Richie B's in the building.
DJ Headley in the building.
Top of the bridge on the radio. Yeah. What day of the week is it on it?
It's a Thursday.
Thursday already. Yeah. May 4. And we got a chance to spend 4 hours with you until 10 o'clock this morning. Kevin is in the building. Well, go on, Kevin. Big up yourself. No, Jody's around somewhere too. All right, it's now time for WTF. What the fact? And I'm getting a chance to look at this for the first time. Now, every human cell has the same genetic information. So, as it's given to us, the human body is an incredibly complex and miraculous creation. But one of the most mind-blowing facts about it is that every single cell in the body contains the same genetic information. This means that a skin cell, a brain cell, and a muscle cell all have the same genetic code, but they express it differently in order to perform their specific functions. Yeah, I'm getting this. So this is why our bodies function as a cohesive system, with each part working in harmony to keep us healthy and alive. Furthermore, the human body contains over 37 trillion cells, each functioning like a miniature factory, churning out problems, hormones, and other vital molecules. The sheer magnitude and complexity of this system is truly awe-inspiring and serves as a testament to the amazing power and intelligence of the human body. That's a fact. A loaded fact, but one that we can appreciate. So every human cell has the same genetic information, although different parts of your body, those same cells carry out different functions. All right, an amazing fact right here inside of WTF, the kind of facts that you like to hear at this time of the morning. This is Top of the Bridge, Up and Go. That was WTF, What the Fact.
Get them all.
And inside of Update at this time, our first story has to do with Minister Marion Hall, the former dancehall queen named Lady Saw. So Minister Marion Hall, known in the dancehall as Lady Saw, says she's done with online preaching and blames toxic culture on social media. So days after she revealed that she had been banned and blacklisted by members of the Christian community, Minister Marion Hall says that she is done with her online preaching and church services and fasting and praying. Hall has received much criticism for her song I'm Doing Much Better, for which her Christian followers have bashed her for promoting material things that are contrary to what the Bible directs. Hall gave up her title as Queen of the Dancehall and the moniker Lady Saw back in 2015, and she has kept away from music mainly as she said God was moving her away from music. She has also not gone into gospel music, but this year, after several controversial statements taking jabs at other artists, she announced that she had been booked by Reggae Sumfest and will be performing her new song. It's unclear what the rest of Saw's performance is likely to be, as she does not have a catalog of music that is gospel or even non-secular, since she's well known for her raunchy music. She had said she would be doing a Bible giveaway and had asked fans to contribute if they wished. However, in a recent post, the artist revealed that she's no longer going to be keeping her Sunday service, where she preaches on Facebook and Instagram live by reading Bible passages and explaining. Well, we don't know exactly how bad things got. I know in the service that we saw her preaching, I think it was last weekend, she actually was constantly like she's saying, just give me a second, let me go block somebody, because obviously some caustic comments were actually coming at her, and so that was happening during her sermon. I know she used the controversial term to plant a kiss on the Bible.
The Bible.
Yeah. I'm not comfortable repeating it.
No. One time.
One time is enough. And then, of course, she had been saying throughout her preliminary, delivery that many people are not happy with her going back into the secular world and performing at secular events, but she will take those events once she is convinced that many of the artists performing are decent enough, so to speak. So it's an interesting development, Shelz, that she's saying she's shutting down her online preaching. Yeah.
I mean, as strong as Sister Marianne is, you know, she can only take so much. You know what I mean? Especially when she feel like she's doing what she can, you know, with what she can, and then still I get a fight. But what is interesting, what I will say to Minister Marianne Hall is that all eyes on you, you know, sister. So we want to see what you're doing, you know, because you mentioned a while ago, it's interesting to see how she's going to navigate Sumfest with the catalog that she's currently engaged in. So it should be interesting.
One of the things I would not be surprised, knowing how lyrical she is and so on, I wouldn't be surprised if she rewrites some of her using the same melodies from some of her. She could possibly do that. And what would be interesting is she's up there performing new gospel type lyrics to old raunchy melodies, and she has sing one thing and the crowd has sing the original.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. It happened with Kanye.
Hit me bad live. I don't tell you what. That would be interesting.
Very much
Anyway, I wish her well. There's also a story on Rihanna that we wanted to include here. Rihanna now holds the title for the most watched Super Bowl halftime show of all time. That is huge. So even while pregnant, Rihanna proves that she is still the greatest to do it. The Bayesian pop beauty saw her name go down in history with the biggest Super Bowl halftime show ever in terms of viewership. Rock Nation announced on Tuesday that her 2023 Super Bowl performance saw a record 121.017 million viewers, following a revised tally by tracking service Nielsen, who also revealed the total number of viewers who tuned in into the sporting event on February 12 as the Philadelphia Eagles took on the Kansas City Chiefs. So according to the initial numbers, some 118.7 million viewers tuned in to watch Rihanna perform as she decided to go it solo and also reveal her pregnancy with her second child with boyfriend A$AP Rocky. In a statement via the Associated Press, Nielsen stated, after a review that revealed encoding irregularities as well as issues with out-of-home measurements, they have revised the figure down to from 113 to 115.1. But anyway you take it, at the end of it, they are saying that it was the most watched Super Bowl halftime show of all time. Yeah. That's a huge accomplishment.
Expected. Everything should do right now gonna be gold. So go on, Riri. Big up yourself.
Yeah, man. Major numbers.
Yeah, man.
And I don't know. I mean, it generated some degree of controversy because as many people that were out there saying it was a good show, it seems like there was an equal amount saying that they didn't enjoy it, or
you can't please everybody.
Just a bad man, or for whatever reason, I don't even know.
Yeah, you can't please everybody.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a good look. Congratulations to Rihanna. That's the feature update. So we've got to move on to the next item on the agenda, which is
the proverb of the day.
Alligator lay egg, but him no foul.
Run that again there.
Alligator lay egg, but him no foul.
I like that. Alligator lay egg, but him no foul. I like that. Yeah. I don't know what it means, but what I get from it is that, not because, you see me, the two of them should lay eggs if you want to speak scientifically, you see me? But alligator don't want to get mixed up in a foul thing. I cannot call big bad alligator foul just because the two will lay egg. A joke, you see me? That's what I'm getting from it, you see me? So the meaning is, even though people or situations may seem similar on the surface, they might not be so in reality. Okay. Big up all of the folder. Yeah, man, that is it. All right.
You know, big up the alligator them too.
No, big up the alligator them already.
Right. Oh,
speaking as an alligator.
See.
You see me? A fellow croc.
All right, that's the proverb of the day. 6:47 now. It's time for a pet peeve of the morning. Now, pet peeves are things that others do that you might find annoying, irritating, and very often upsetting. Today's pet peeve is from one of the members of the Bridge Nation. Here it is.
Morning, Bridge Nation. one of my pet peeves is somebody call your phone and I gotta ask you who this. Like really? Call the phone and ask who you ask for. If I know them, me tell you say a wrong number. When I call my phone and ask me who this, I don't mean you bite. That is my pet peeve.
Who this?
See him, sir.
Lego from Bowie.
See him, sir. Yeah, man.
I said, me and you buy before you call out.
Otis.
Otis.
And you are calling me.
Oh, this.
No, hey, brethren, Bridge Nation member, when that happen again, you just say, all this.
Nah, like, yo, remember the Bridge Nation had me from him say, yo, somebody called my phone. And I say, yo, I like how this I go. Yeah, man, I already know me, I gotta agree with this. When somebody called my phone, yep, I agree.
Yeah.
Pet peeve right away.
Oh, yeah. We don't like phone calls. All right, that's an interesting one. Yeah, man, you don't do that. If you call a person, you say, hold on, who that? Hardly.
Yeah.
Well, we can understand.
Yeah,
We can understand the perspective of the other line.
and
Right? That
sometimes
to me, no. That to me, no. Because sometimes you call, I expect a voice.
Yeah.
A certain voice. When you hear something, else, you'll be like, your instinct will go say, oh, this forgetting, say, you call. You know? You see before you say, Sandra, you sound like a man, so.
But sometimes it's all them say to you. Them
Yeah,
say
man,
that
like,
to you.
yeah.
This.
Yeah.
Like my body up on your own gadget, you know, brethren. This.
Oh, this.
I like it even say, what is that? Mr. This. And on my phone here call, yeah, brethren. All this.
All this.
Yeah, man. Gone.
Yeah, man.
All right, that's a pet peeve that we can relate to. Now, on Monday of this week, here in Jamaica, dental surgeons who work in the island's public health sector took some action. They were on sick out, some would say. The surgeons staged a sick out over compensation-related issues as wage negotiations with their union and the Ministries of Finance and Health were reportedly not going well. The president of the Jamaica Dental Association of the president of the Jamaica Association of Public Dental Surgeons, JAPDENS, Dr. Vanessa Kiffin, said she feels as though there is a bias against her group. And she pointed out that the current package has affected their ability to travel, which she says is a vital aspect of their job description. We're joined this morning by Dr. Kiffin to tell us some more about the issues that they are facing. Good morning, Doc. Welcome. How are you today?
I'm all right. Thank you so much for having me. Morning.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, first of all, Doc, I just want to get this out of the way. Are you and other members who were sick earlier this week in better health today?
Yes, we are, and we'll be on the job today.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay.
Good to hear that. Give us some more details as to why this action might have been taken earlier this week by the Jamaica Association of Public Dental Surgeons. What are the main issues that you're facing?
All right, so we have some significant issues, and to be honest, they're too numerous perhaps to name, given the time allotted for this program.
Mm-hmm.
There has been extended delay in our discussions regarding the new compensation package for dental surgeons with the Ministries of Finance and Health. According to Finance, informally, it is the Ministry of Health that has been unreachable and has not reached out to convene a meeting with us and the Ministry of Finance to finalize our negotiations. We have tried reaching out to them on several occasions, even since this week, and we've not heard back from them at all.
That's not good at all. Now, let me ask you, Doc. I know that there were a number of agreements that were signed with different sectors of the society and the government recently. When all of that was going on, it wasn't time for your negotiations, or what?
To be honest, our group was one of the first to send in our claims. This was before they announced the new compensation package. So that would have been in 2020. We met with them last year, February, I believe it was, and we had no follow-up meeting with them for the rest of the year. We were only able to meet with them again this year, right? So that is why we're saying there seems to be some level of bias because our numbers are few in comparison to other groups. We're 80 dental surgeons on the ground doing our best to treat and see the public who need us. But other groups number over 100. And we wonder if that is why we're blatantly disregarded as such. Perhaps our essential services are not seen as so essential to the Ministry of Health. We wonder.
No, Doc. You mentioned, the essential services, and I'm just curious, as it relates to if it's a case where persons just don't really know how important, dental health surgeons are. And for those who aren't familiar with it, with the concept and what you guys do, can you just tell Jamaican citizens what the long-term effects would be if you guys should say, listen, make another sick out, go on.
All right, good. So, yes, I do agree with you. I think the average Jamaican does not understand how important their oral health is for their overall general health. In fact, not even the average health professional understands that role. And I believe that is a complete abject failure of the health system as it exists. Like I mentioned before, there are only 80 of us in the public system. Based on the population in Jamaica, that means one public dental surgeon to 34,000 people. It is just ridiculous. We're not able to go out and do what we need to do. Many of our activities involve reaching the vulnerable and the indigent, especially the school population, because we want persons to develop good oral health practices from early so that they can avoid being dentally disabled. When it is that I see a 9-year-old, 8-year-old child who already has to lose their front tooth and they're going to grow up and go into society, that affects their ability to become employable. That affects their ability to become confident in themselves. They become socially isolated, whether it is that they don't want to communicate with others or others don't want to communicate with them and tend to bully them because, you don't have a front tooth. Something is wrong with that. Furthermore, as it affects the function, you're not able to get nutrition. And recently, all of this is so close to our hearts in the public system because we would see 16-year-olds, 18-year-olds, just reaching adulthood who have no posterior teeth. How are they eating their food? And what it is the long-term effects of ignoring, neglecting your oral health? You significantly increase your risk for stroke, for diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular disease. These are only a few. Oral health, or rather, poor oral health is a known trigger for rheumatoid arthritis, right? So these are significant issues in the public system because we know how prohibitive dental services are across the globe and in Jamaica for most of the population. We are able to diagnose oral cancers, right? And these are oftentimes cancers that move really quickly and are very fatal. And these are things that if, a patient, because there are so few of us, may end up at the medical doctor and it may be something that the medical doctor does not realize because you see, they may show up as sores in the mouth, so it may seem like a simple thing to give antibiotics and move on. But the person actually suffering from oral cancer needs to be seen at KPH immediately. Wow. So those are some of the constraints that we're having. Those are some of the effects of poor oral health. And I'll tell you, I'll go as far as to say it. I was talking to a medical doctor friend of mine, and she was telling me about a batchmate when she was still studying, who, had toothache, and when he eventually went to the dentist, it was osteosarcoma, and he died very soon after that.
Wow. All right. Well, so if let's just say the Minister of Finance is listening us right now, and would have noted your call. What do you want to say to them and to the Ministry of Health, for that matter, this morning? What's your message to them?
Oral health. There's an oral health crisis in Jamaica. 45, almost half of our children, aged 1 to 9 years, are suffering in school right now from untreated caries. They can't learn, right? We have a lot of issues that need to be discussed, need to be finalized, so that we can do what is necessary to finalize or compensation package. We need to be able to move forward with this, and my dentists are completely frustrated and ready to walk off the job, and the public needs us. We need the minister. We applaud the initiative from the Minister of Health in Parliament yesterday to address the dentally disabled population. We like that. But we need to convene a meeting so that we can discuss our issues, so that we can, so that the dentists, right, can get back to work and do the good work that they need to be doing.
All right. Thank you so much for putting it that way, so beautifully. Before you go, the numbers that you mentioned a while ago would seem to be suggesting that there is, in fact, a shortage of dentists in our country. As an association, are you making any efforts, a push drive to get more dental students in training?
Well, I'm so happy you asked that question, because that is the crux of the problem. The current package, that is compensation package that is on the table, is simply not is affecting our ability to even retain the existing dental surgeons that we have in the system. So we would have met with both ministries previously to talk about increasing the posts. But the fact of the matter is we're having a difficulty attracting dental surgeons to the service and retaining them, simply because it is more lucrative for us to go in the private sector and treat our patients. Less patients in the private sector, less trained, better facilities, and more money. Because you see, what it is that dentistry across the globe to study is one of the most exorbitant. And in Jamaica specifically, it is the most expensive. Yeah. Dentists in training spend over $20 million over the course of 5 years. So when they do graduate, there is a lot of debt to think about. So when you come with a compensation package that is not equitable, that is not fair to us, that is not in keeping with our qualifications, I mean, nobody will be coming in the system, and in fact, over the years, we will lose more and more dentists. That is a fact.
All right. For what it's worth, ministers, please find a way to accommodate this association as quickly as you possibly can. Thank you so very much, Dr. Kiffin, and best wishes to you and every member of your association. And you have a good day today.
Thank you so much for having me. Take care.
Our pleasure. Dr. Vanessa Kiffin, ladies and gentlemen, president of the Jamaica Association of Public Dental Surgeons, JAPDENS. From Jamaica to the world, but in particular to London. Good morning, Robo Ranks. Good afternoon, my brother. How are you doing?
Robo.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Traffic not as bad as it normally is, because you know why. We're getting the roads ready and cleaned down for Richie, your king.
Coronation time.
Your king.
May 6th.
The streets. Yeah, your king is getting his crown. So I think most people are kind of like getting the hell out of town as far away as possible.
But a lot of saying, I'm getting into town, right? Many people are saying that as well.
Well,
the streets will be lined with thousands of people, millions maybe.
Well, I beg to differ. I think obviously being a historic day for the country, the Britain, and its long line in history. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it's actually going down too well. A lot of conversations that's been had open, which you don't really get a lot of it on the national TV stations, but posing the question, should we be spending over 132 million pounds on this day, Saturday the 6th of May? Get that date and don't be late, as Richie would say. Don't be late. Oh, bring your queen. What queen? You have to bring the king. The king is in the building. 132 million. And last night, Richie B, Jamaica was on national TV.
Really?
It was all about Jamaica.
And moving away from the monarchy?
Well, no, it was even better than that. It was fantastic. I couldn't believe it. I nearly spit out my dinner. I was watching the national news at 10:30 last night, and they sent a correspondent to Jamaica, a man of color, and he went down to Coronation Market to ask the it was all. I was like, Jamaica's on TV. You know, I said, Jamaica, everybody run to the television.
Yeah.
So he's gone down to the marketplace to ask a few people what they thought about the coronation.
Oh, really?
Ah, that's clever.
I'm interested to hear some of the comments that they got.
The comments was like, are you buying anything?
Yeah.
No, the comments were more like, anybody remember that? We don't care. And there was a woman who was she was the first woman of color who was a news reporter who was run out of her job on national TV. She used to do news reports, and she was. They went to her and they asked her, "What is it? What is it? Why are we not getting the response we were supposed to get from Jamaicans? Because he's your king." And she was saying, "Well, simply, you know, the monarchy plays no part in anything that we do here in Jamaica, and things that we see happening here in Jamaica. It's quite obvious it's not for us." So they went to Jamaica. I don't know if it was all this week they were going around to the Commonwealth countries, but Jamaica, stand up, it was your turn. And some of the comments from some of the people was basically bordering like, we don't care, please. Matter of fact, if you ain't buying anything, leave, please. Can't have things for sale.
He waited 70 years, and so he'll be crowned this weekend. And they say it's being described as a religious ceremony.
Yeah, there was a lot of people who were also on just throughout the week, general conversation. They tried to obviously ramp up this special day for the UK, and there's a lot of people who were saying, and I would never expect it to see national TV like, yo, I'm not a religious person, and why would you think I'm going to pledge allegiance to a king? Prominent people. So there's a slight resentment towards the whole ceremony. Why do we need to have this ceremony? Most people are just, well, it's the tradition of the country, and so be it. But when you look at the amount of money that's spent in a time where people can't find a pot to put on.
Yeah, if we should try converting that to 132 million pounds to Jamaican dollars, it could even hold in my calculator.
It's just, I mean, why? and then the obviously supporters of what's going on would say, well, it's fantastic. Look what it does for Britain. Look, it makes us look a certain way, and it's fantastic for tourism. I mean, I beg to differ. I think most people around the world, if you view it like through my lens, I think people will see pomp and ceremony as a bit crass. It's a bit just,
I don't know. We heard those comments, Robo, but I tell you, every time we hear them, no matter how much controversy, negative stories abound in relation to the monarchy, on days like these for the coronation, you just find millions of people. I think right now many people are booked their flights to head into town just to witness it and to be close to it or something like that. I mean,
it's the power of the brand monarchy. Let's call it what it is. It's a powerful family and a powerful brand. It brings a lot of people some sort of feeling that they are part of something, and look, we're here, we have a king. What have you got? What you got over there in America? We got a king. King of 14 countries, but he's the king of Jamaica. So let me put it back to my brothers in the studio. What are you doing on Saturday, Richie, Shelz, Art? Your king is being coronated. The king of Jamaica. Not King Shanghai, not the king of fire, I said the King Charles. Come on. What do you tell me what you guys are drinking, eating? Come on. What party's going on? Come on, make it sound better than ITV.
It will hardly be a part of my own agenda for this
Richie.
Saturday. In all honesty,
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's
business run.
Richie, I expected better from you. What about
Counting
you,
coins.
Shelz?
I think the closest I'm gonna come to England this weekend is Premier League action. So catch me watching football.
Odds, save the king. Odds, save the king. Come on, odds.
Not at all, Robert. I have engagements this Saturday.
This show is not going too well.
Some of it will pop up on social media though. So if I decide to take a look on social media, you'll see a few things.
But we have to check in with the yardie, because we hear a fellow yardie I got up there, Harry. So I have to check in, make sure I'm alright.
Oh yeah.
So, we'll check it.
Is Seven going to be there? Did they invite Seven? Because they didn't invite Megan.
Oh yeah.
No. Seven is already been contemplating whether or not he should go for president of Jamaica.
The Republic of Jamaica. Yeah.
So
he's busy.
That's bigger. That's bigger in his books. That's bigger than the King of England.
I see Seven don't pay the toll. Seven a hot boy, be hot. Yo, so Megan hasn't been invited. It was kind of hush at first. It was like, yeah, Harry's gonna be there. But Megan, they made us put out a statement. It was like at the bottom of Megan won't be there.
Really?
And that was it.
Harry,
That was just that's it.
Harry will leave her behind. She
so
doesn't want to be there.
But she wanted. I don't know.
Question: She was not invited.
That's the real question. We don't know. We just know that she won't be there.
There you go. But there was no comment put out from the Buckingham Palace officials that she was invited. They said she's not going to be there. She's staying behind to look after Archie, whoever Archie is. Who's Archie? Yeah, she's looking after Archie. Because it's Archie's birthday. I don't know what that means, but I can't understand. Even if it was Archie's birthday, is Archie's grandfather? Is it grandfather?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his grandfather.
Yes, help me out.
Yeah, it's his grandfather. Yeah.
Keep on.
Yeah, it's his grandfather.
Yeah, so your grandfather's holding a nice,
a party.
Get a nice party and crown and all these something there, and you're not gonna be there. What's going on? So I think she wasn't invited, and that's just that. They don't want to see her there. Not interested in Meghan Markle at all. You ain't invited.
Oh boy. And the big surprise was primarily for DJ Audley, who just happened to run into his very good friend. She's in Jamaica from Toronto, and some big announcements are going to be made today. I happen to have the info, and we'll share some of it with you as we say good morning and welcome to Jazzy J Headley. Hi, Jazmin. Good morning and welcome. How are you?
I'm good. You?
Oh, we're doing well.
Doing
So nice to see you again. Jazmin, of course, Shelz has been doing very well as a recording artist, as a philanthropist.
That's right.
As a movie star.
That is it.
And we were just talking off air about her appearance in a musical. Jazmin, how have you been? Working very hard. Mummy was telling. Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
Yes, you've been working very, very hard.
Yeah.
What are some of the projects you were up to since the last time you were here in Jamaica?
Well,
Back in Toronto, yes.
We did the musical, which was the most recent one. It was a 3-month run of the Bible story, Joseph, with the rainbow coat. We did a 3-month run of that. I got to play Judah, the brother, so I got to wear a beard.
Okay.
So it was really fun.
Yeah, so nobody could recognize you when they came to
No, you have to tell them, it's the only black girl on stage.
Yes. Interesting. How hectic was it, though? Very hectic?
Not really. Well, maybe for my mom and dad, because they had to do all the driving.
Yes. It was fun, though. You enjoyed that?
Yeah.
As far as movies are concerned, I hear there's one coming out in the fall. Is that right?
Yeah. Flint Strong. It's based on Clarissa Shields. I play the younger version of her.
Okay. Wow. Are you at liberty to tell us some of the stars that are... No, you can't mention the stars, right? Okay, so that is a little hush there.
You know it is. It's Hollywood, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you talk about these things at a particular time, but you can't drop it before. What we can say, though, Jazmin, and I'm also saying congratulations to you. I understand that you're about to be appointed an ambassador. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I'm going to be the youth ambassador for the Poetry Festival. And the Poetry Festival is like an award-worthy event that speaks volume for itself. And the charity it supports is the blind and deaf community. And the blind and deaf community is a very ignored community. And my goal as the youth ambassador is to bring awareness to this community, support my peers as small children who have a loss for vision or sight grow into adults with a loss for vision and a sight. And since we are the roots of like the future, I think I'm going to start with me.
Oh,
Wow.
sounds good.
Wow. Now, just to Jazmin, taking on, this ambassadorship, what I mean? I struggle to get up and, deal with that, picking up groceries for my family. This is such an honor. Any pressure? Do you feel any pressure to represent the youth?
Not really. It's more of like fun for me.
I like that perspective. And why is it so important for you to view it as fun rather than, a job?
Because if I view it as a job, I'm not going to have any fun at all. I'm going to be like, oh, I have to get up and go to work.
Yeah. I like that. I need to go follow that when I go grocery shopping. It's like, I got to get up and go to work.
All right. Well, listen, we're happy that you popped by. I know the big surprise was for DJ Audley. He's still speechless over there. Anything you want to say to Jazz?
Hi, Jazz. They tricked me.
That was the plan.
Yeah.
That was the plan.
Yeah, they tricked me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I totally. I heard about this special surprise and the special guest, and just before you touched the studio, I guess Mommy heard me asking, "Oh."
And what Mommy also heard was when you saw her and you shouted, Jazmin! you get that kind of crazy attention and love from wherever you go, right?
Not really.
Not really? All right, well, listen, congratulations, Jazmin. Good to see you. Enjoy your stay in Jamaica.
I will.
Yes. And Debbie, good to see you as well.
Yeah, man,
And keep that fire blazing, all right? Believe you me, we're always looking forward to this moment this morning when Jessica Shaw would arrive in the studio, and she has, and she is actually best described as associate artistic director of Lacadco, and I can tell you she's also one of the senior dancers with Lacadco, a very well-known group here, dancing ensemble that has now reached their 40th anniversary, and they have a season that wraps up this weekend with Kalunga. Good morning and welcome, Jessica. How are you?
Good morning. I'm well, thank you.
Blessings, Jessica.
All right, nice having you here. You look very young. So I'm wondering if it's an appropriate question to ask for you to tell me about a little bit about the history of Lacadco. Would you be comfortable doing that?
Sure, no problem.
All right.
The great thing about Dr. Steins is that she documents everything, so we are well versed.
All right.
So Lacadco is, as you mentioned, 40 years this year. It started in the 1980s in Miami, and then she came home and made it our home. We train in modern ballet, jazz, but most importantly, Lantec, which is a technique created by Dr. Steins.
Wow.
It's a Caribbean modern technique which utilizes a lot of our information, our Caribbean information. So we have our indigenous and traditional forms, the Kumina, Dinkimini, Yanvalu, and we fuse that with all the other worldly techniques like ballet and modern. So
that technique is kind of named after her, right?
yes. Lenora Antoinette.
Oh, got you.
Yes.
Take me back to before you became a member of Lacadco. What inspired you to join, and how did that come about for you?
Okay, so my mother is a dancer and choreographer, so she would have put me in dancing really early from age 3. And I started training with Elizabeth Vickers Samuda doing ballet. I then went to the Edna Manley College junior department doing modern dance. I became a full-time student there, and I have my first degree from Edna Manley College School of Dance in performance and choreography. And I have been dancing all my life.
There's a compulsion to it, isn't there?
Yes.
Do you get involved as well outside of what you do with the Lacadco in terms of like the popular, like the dance hall side of dance?
I love to experience it.
Yes.
I don't think I am the dance hall dancer, but we have been exposed to it a lot, and I have great appreciation for those who are really on the top of their game where that is concerned.
All right.
Now 40th anniversary, Jessica. That's insane. That's amazing. That's an amazing achievement. And what have you guys been doing to celebrate? Because you guys need to be celebrating. What's the celebrations been looking like so far?
So we have our season of dance, which is our display of what we've been doing for these 40 years.
Okay.
So we have new choreography on stage as well as choreography that is 40 years old.
Wow.
In addition to that, we have a special love performance, which we open up the show to people who would not normally be able to come to the theater and experience us. So we have children and adults from the Golden Age home, other homes that we were introduced to by the CPFSA. And we're going to put on a nice show for them on Saturday morning and just share what Lacadco is in terms of our spirit, or we would like to light them up a little, give them something special, give them something that they can clap and enjoy and feel the music and remember the visuals and everything for
Sounds
a long
good.
time.
So you'll be doing like 2 performances on Saturday?
Yes, it's 2 performances on Saturday. We have other performances for the general public. So Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. You can go to @Lacadco on Instagram for more information.
Okay.
But the special one is Saturday morning for our
for those specially invited ones.
Yes.
Kalunga, it's the second weekend now that you'll be doing this, right? What were people saying about Kalunga? What are you getting good reviews?
Of course, we're getting great reviews. We're getting reviews that we didn't expect, really.
Wow.
And we're completely humbled by it. And we are appreciative of everyone who has come out so far. And we are going to encourage others to come and support us and see us on stage. And we've been getting really good reviews.
That's really
and
nice.
we're really happy about that.
All right. So the times that you'll be performing are?
So Friday night is 8 p.m. at the Philip Sherlock Centre. Saturday night is also 8 p.m. And Sunday is 6 p.m.
All right. Those are the dates and times. Congratulations on your 40th anniversary. I wish you 40 more and then 40 more after that as well.
Thank you.
Give our best regards to all of the ensemble, and of course, you continue to do well yourself. Great meeting you.
Thank you.
Wonderful meeting Jessica Shaw, a senior dancer with Lacadco, and they're celebrating their 40th anniversary with the presentation of Kalunga. And you heard how you can get there. Make sure you support Lacadco and go and have a good time and watch some really, really wonderful dancing going on. All right, thanks again, Jessica. We just got a report about an accident, Shelz, that took place. It is being described as in the vicinity of Pigeon Street downtown, and seems like the car flipped up in the air. The commentator was saying. If we can get it highlighted as Kevin is helping us right now, we just want to remind motorists out there to take it easy and check your speed, man, and stop killing off yourselves and other persons. Understand that there were some students. Woolmer students that were actually in the vehicle that flipped. We saw one. There it is. There's the video, and you could see a student there actually trying to recover some of his belongings from that vehicle that is on its back. And the commentary says that it flipped over and it was up in the air before it landed on its back. Gosh, that's downtown earlier this morning. So we just want to ask the motorists once again, man, to take it easy.
Yeah, man, taking the time, man.
Yeah, man. Check your speed.
Yeah, man, I look on the video. I'm not seeing any other vehicle. So,
right.
Yeah, and I think the as you said, the commentator was saying that, you know, she not even know how it happened because there's no other vehicle.
Looks like a
Oh boy.
Yeah, downtown for sure.
Definitely downtown, yeah, man.
All right. I hope no one is too badly injured.
Yeah.
And they'll be A-okay, but we just want to put it out there again. Motorists, take it easy on the roads for us, please. All right. Too many crashes and many of them taking lives.